Hello, Hollywood Snitch readers. Today we give you a little something special. Currently our site is experiencing some difficulties, unfortunately. So, we're going to try something new, something that we've been wanting to do for a little while. So you get our first video, audio, podcast review of sorts. Although we do not currently have any video recording really, but definitely got some audio here to review the PBS Masterpiece Mystery Series Sherlock Series 3 if you're in Britain, but here in the US just simply called Season 3. It debuts tonight, January 19th on PBS, and the series picks up exactly where we left off nearly 2 years ago. It's been 2 years since Sherlock Holmes, played by the great Benedict Cumberbatch, in probably the role that he will be most remembered for. He faked his own death. And his good friend and partner, John Watson, played by the always reliable, and especially in this first episode, a very emotional Martin Freeman, has moved on with his life. In fact, he's moved on. He's met somebody named Mary, played by Amanda Abington, who is Martin Freeman's real-life partner, I might add. They've fallen in love, and even John Watson has grown a mustache. I think in a bit of a nod to past John Watsons. The problem is that Sherlock's been dragged away from hiding by his brother Mycroft Holmes, played by Mark Gatiss, who is also co-creator of the show. He's been hiding out over in Russia. Sherlock has been dragged in because there's a terrorist cell somewhere in London and is poised to strike. So Sherlock is dragged back in, but he's not sure exactly how to reintroduce himself into John Watson's life. As I stated before, John Watson has moved on. He's fallen in love and he's found another partner, this being a romantic partner, to continue on with his life after being left traumatically alone with the death of his best friend, Sherlock Holmes. This terrorist cell may or may not be part of the network of new series villain Lars Mikkelsen, whose brother Mads Mikkelsen is currently on the NBC series Hannibal and was seen in the first Daniel Craig James Bond, Casino Royale, playing that villain of Le Chiffre. But here his brother Lars Mikkelsen is a little bit of a different villain. And that's something that Sherlock has always done, is taking a classic character and putting it in a great modern context. This is one of those shows that you would love to sit in on the writers' meetings, or even just when the show was conceived, to find out, okay, what are we going to do? Is he going to be a smoker, or is he going to wear nicotine patches? Is he going to want to write stuff down? Is John Watson going to document it in book form, or is he going to write a blog? So Sherlock has always done well in taking this very unique spin with two very game performers in Series 3, or Season 3 as we'll call it here in the US, is definitely fantastic. And there's a bit of a renewing effect. We've seen Cumberbatch and Freeman go on and do bigger things, Freeman being in the Hobbit movies, for Peter Jackson, and Cumberbatch being all over the place in movies ranging from Star Trek Into Darkness to 12 Years a Slave. So both of them have been all over the place. But it's great to see the two of them return back to something that they not only clearly have fun doing, but have fun doing for the audience. And audiences certainly are still loving Sherlock almost 2 years later. There's a new visceral, visual way filming and editing this time around, which adds to that renewing effect. Things are switched up a little bit. Cumberbatch dials it back a little bit, but for the sake of the character of Sherlock Holmes, Holmes trying to reconnect with Watson is not something that can be done straightforward. There is a bit of an easing back into it with some tense, very intense, suspenseful moments, as well as the show's deft talent and ability to balance the serious with the humorous. The other two episodes help put that excellent spin and that modern touch and flair to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's famous character. And as with each previous season's ending, Series 3 also ends on an incredible cliffhanger. As you know, Series 2, or Season 2, Sherlock faked his death, and the writers have a lot of fun with toying with the audience as fans have speculated how he's faked his death. And they have fun with playing with those fan fiction theories. As with this cliffhanger, it's certainly one that'll keep Sherlock fans salivating for new things from 221B Baker Street. And as a fan myself, let's hope the wait isn't as long. Sherlock Season 3 premieres tonight, January 19th, 2014, on your local PBS station. Check your local listings. Hollywood Snitch gives Sherlock Season 3 a big 4 stars out of 4. This is Matt Sheehan from Hollywood Snitch.